My name is Cyril Stanley Ford. I joined the Royal Navy in I was 18, 1943. My ship was escorting the troops and the supplies from Europe to the beaches in Normandy when we were torpedoed by a miniature submarine, and we lost 32 of my crew. That is what I got when people ask me, why do you keep going back to Normandy? And I say, I have 32 reasons to. That's my friends and shipmates.
My name is Mary Scott, and on D-Day I was working deep underground at Fort Southwick, which was an underground communications centre that had been set up for D-Day. I suppose a couple of months before D-Day they took me off the main switchboard and gave me basic training on something called a VHF radio. What I hadn't quite realised until I was then told was that my recipient was a signaller with the troops who were landing on the beaches in Normandy. And when he responded to my message, the signaller that is, I suddenly realised I was in a war.
My name's Leslie Underwood. I joined the Royal Navy when I was 16, and we was diverted. I was transferred as a naval gunner. I was transferred to a merchant ship, like a lot of naval gunners was, and we went into D-Day and delivered what we had on board the merchant ship. And all I know is it was a day of chaos. Guns going off, you could hear screams, you see bodies, and that's how it was.
I'm Dorothea Barron, Wren VS, which means visual signaller, which means I was reading Morse code flashed at me with a Aldous light, and semaphore, which is communication with using two flags. England had been bombed and they couldn't kill us, they couldn't stop us, because we were all standing up for our country and we weren't going to let them invade us.
I could hear from Normandy machine gun fire, cannon, bombs, men shouting orders, men screaming. I heard it all through my headphones. And, for a brief second I was quite bemused. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. When I realised, I realised the importance of the communications that had to pass. And so I got on with the job. Portsmouth Harbour was so full of ships and boats of almost every description that you couldn't see the water. There was no water in the harbour at all. And when I had finished my shift and came back up to ground level, there wasn't a ship to be seen.
The worst thing, I think, was when you see your mates going over the side. When they're saying goodbye, you're all standing round. And my dad used to say to me, when I used to go in, if I'd had a little cup there, he'd say, "Don't come home here crying. If you do, I'll give you something to cry for." Boys and men do not cry. And I used to stand on board ship and watch them going over, and I used to hold myself back. I thought, no, I mustn't cry, my dad said so.
Having endured what we endured, it was so liberating when we knew our troops were on foreign soil.
It was our freedom that was at stake, and much more than that even. Our thoughts, everything. So yes, it is important, and we shouldn't lose sight of that.
Well, what you really think of is your friends that have not come back. And you think of their mothers and fathers, their sons that have gone. You think about it, and as I said before, men do cry. They do cry. I've done it myself.
There's only one way you will avoid another one, and that is for the young people to take on board what happened and to see that it don't happen again.